with last year being year one here at Expo Square, there was a lot to learn. We were unfamiliar with the venue. It was almost like starting over again with a base. And this year, I was a lot more prepared with what to expect with the venue.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
can
more,
see that.
had
for sure.
more time to really get around all of what it would take to make it run smooth, because I kind of knew what to expect from last year, being that it was year two. So
Yeah, man.
I think year three is here. Year seven for us is going to be even smoother. We've got it figured out. We upgraded the tent. Bro, those tents were dope.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's a building out there.
Yeah.
It's easy to heat. It's got doors on it. Man, it's legit.
It's yeah.
We've got this non-consumption area that's it's fresh air. It's heated. It's cooled properly. It's got the proper lights, and it's just a great space for these guys to do really good business, because it doesn't get too loud in here. It doesn't get and so, but the flow, like you say, they come in and it's just everyone's getting traction. Everyone's, all the booths are
for
in
sure.
good locations. It's really not a bad spot in the house. So
Yeah, man, and having the stage right in the center of it's a really good move too, because it's like an even flow. It's not offset,
Well, and this year we moved the classes out to the festival tent, as opposed to having them in a classroom that we've done for the last couple of years, which kind of, in a roundabout way, not really meaning to do it, isolated that class.
Yeah.
And this year we said, hey, we want to do those talks out in the public. We want to do it in the festival tent, where people who may not know that the class is going on, but walks by and sees a panel of 6 women on stage.
They're gonna stop and like,
including Thunderwalker, and all the women that were up there. They'll stop and they'll listen, and now we get a lot more interaction in the classes. Just in a roundabout way, just because we kind of forced that into the center of the deal where everyone's kind of passed through. So.
No, I think that's a good move.
Yeah,
especially, once the music starts, you can hear it.
Plus, who wants to talk about weed and not smoke weed?
Exactly, yeah, man.
Some weed,
that's the point. Why?
So, this year, having it in the festival tent, you could sit down. We had a lot of space in there, a lot of places to sit. So you could sit in the front, you could sit in the back, but you could light up and you could
also
enjoy
dance.
the time. You could dance. There's live music going on, man. It's been crazy. We got Ashland Craft coming out tonight. I'm stoked.
Yeah, man.
Like everyone, I've never really listened to her. Everyone I've talked to is like, what?
Yeah,
so
dude.
I'm excited to see her, man.
That is a good
pull. Hear her sound check this morning.
You guys step it up every year on your music selection.
Yeah.
And also, you like surprise too. Like you pull out like people that like. Where did they come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like, who is this guy?
It's because of your connections. You had the connections. You built yourself up in this community, and it's not stopping, dude.
The community is what it is. It takes all of us to build what we're building here. I need all these vendors to build this big experience. I need all these patients to continue to do it. Non-patients as well. I need all the patrons, I guess is what I should have said, coming to make it worth the time for these guys to come out and really blow it out like they're doing.
Yeah.
Because there are people out here that are really throwing down some major experiences for these patrons to come in and experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes a whole team of all of us in the community to do it. But we go into this event, we bring thousands of people in. I'm not kicking people out left and right. No one's hammered drunk. No one's fighting. There's no arguments. Everyone's having fun, and it's all love. And even where it's sometimes super dense, crowded, people are laughing at each other because everyone's stoned. And when you get to the end of the night, you're not belligerent, hammered, drunk.
No.
You're just ready to go home and go to bed because you've been smoking all day, or even if you weren't, you were hanging out in the tent. You might as well have been smoking all day.
Sure, or you're in a great mood, and
you're in a good mood.
Yeah, man, it's a good culture to celebrate, and
absolutely,
and that's
people are awesome in it.
And you guys have set it up just with that organization alone. You've made it a different event than what you normally go to in that celebration of and the balance that you're talking about between the people that are coming, the patrons that are coming, and the sponsors that are here.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's benefiting because of that organization. But not only that, the cleanliness, dude. People are going crazy, but it's only like crazy because it's crazy fun.
Yeah.
And it's just so clean,
yeah,
you started with.
The expo team, like I said, they're professionals, man.
Yeah.
This event center is phenomenal.
Yeah,
and
man.
the team that works this event center, just you don't see stuff in the floor. They're picking up trash. They're sweeping up leaves. They're whatever it is. I mean,
Yeah.
they're helping out whenever we had someone who spilled a
It's
drink.
like they're happy for you to be here.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
someone spill a drink and slip, and they were, man. I mean, they were on it. They were surrounded. They had help there. I mean, she was okay. They got her up. The guys cleaned it up so fast. I was so impressed with how quickly they were there to just really corral that, to kind of
Yeah.
minimize any kind of issues and make sure that the facility itself was almost spotless.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I love it. You go into the bathroom, there's so many stalls in the bathroom, and they're all super clean. And it's not like you come out to this event that we're all out barely getting a shower and
Yeah.
and having to use porta potties.
Yeah, it's not really a hippie event.
right.
This
No,
is-
for sure.
it's-
It's definitely a clean cannabis event, and and that's kind of the beauty of it. I love all the events.
Although hippies are coming.
I love all the events, right? Definitely. So I love the events in the state. I'm a patron. I love to go to them. There's so much fun.
Hell yeah, man.
They all have their niche and everything.
Yes.
And this one here for us is like the premier cannabis event, because there's nothing else to center this event around other than the cannabis culture and the cannabis lifestyle. We've got live music, we've got games, we've got artists, we've got things that
Yeah.
are cannabis related, but it's a cannabis event. There's
Yeah.
no camping, there's no lakes, there's no floating, there's no, and so it's really centered around cannabis. So these brands that come out here and the patrons that come out here with one thing in mind. I want to meet these new brands, or I want to meet these patrons and tell them why to buy me, because this is the biggest cannabis event,
Yeah.
period. So
Right.
everything
And not
is
to
cannabis
mention
centered.
the awards, to be able to
We haven't even
win.
got- all we've ever talked about in this whole talk is this event.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about what this competition
I know.
can do for a company, what this buckle does for you when you pull it. I mean, everyone that has entered this competition that has a booth here that I've talked to wants hardware. That's what
Hell
they're
yeah,
coming for.
man.
Because a buckle is so coveted, it does so much for your business. I had one guy, Jeremy from Pharmacata, pulled me to the side. He goes, "Man, we're the first winner." And whether there's no way to put a number on what the buckle did for us.
Right.
He won in the first year. There's no way to put a number on what the buckle did for us. But if it didn't do anything in numbers, it gave me the motivation to continue, because it showed me that I am good, that I do things right,
Yeah.
and that I am pushing a good
yeah,
quality
man.
product. And it drove me to continue working hard.
Yeah.
And so even at that point, this competition drives people to work harder, whether they win or lose. And
There is a spirit about it. I can feel it.
losing in a competition doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah.
bad things. I want you to call us, after the competition, and I want to give you the notes from all the judges for the competition. We'll read them through. We'll read through all the notes, all the scores. We'll tell them why they scored you where you were and what you did. And man, that's feedback that you can't buy.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to come out and put your hard-earned work on the line to get that. But everyone can win something from it just by being able to take feedback from our judges that are qualified, trained judges, and improve from that feedback. So,
Yeah.
and that includes the winner as well.
As long as they're willing to accept it.
If I won a buckle, I'd still call and say, "Why did I win a buckle? What did they say that put us on top?"
Oh shit!
Because I
yeah.
want to drive that.
That's yeah,
it's just
man,
motivation
totally.
to do better, no matter what place you take. So
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I couldn't imagine not wanting to find out. I mean, that was something that would eat at me.
yeah.
So you guys providing that up front, and
That's absolutely. I mean,
so you provide the whole scale of it.
we let them know what they scored on each individual criterion and what the judges said within that criterion, so they can learn what the judges what they scored and what they said for the reason that they scored it. And part of my training in the judges isn't necessarily, hey, I want you to train this on smell and on structure and on, to me, the training that I take care of is, okay, now I need you to put a note on every product you test, every product that you are judging. I need notes, and I need quality scores, because I'm giving this back to them. This is something that these competitors come to me and get. And so it's something that we require our judges to do. And if our judges don't take quality notes, I won't bring them back as a judge. I've got 450 applications every year to go through. I don't need them.
Yeah.
I need good quality judges so that these competitors can really gain from this because if they gain from it, they create better quality medicine.
Sure, and
They
it
create better
helps.
quality medicine. We all benefit from that.
Yeah.
So this
No, it
competition
is.
really just drives us to be a better medicinal state. So
Yeah, not only that, just grow better weed.
just grow better weed, man.
You know, and
Make better
hopefully,
product.
I mean, that's another thing. It's kind of cliche almost to this point, but there's so many people working together here
There's
and,
a lot
learning
of
from
collaboration
one
here,
another.
yeah, for
and
sure.
and so it's so cool, man. Because in the beginning, you remember like 3-4 years ago, it was starting to get tight
It was
where people were like talking about we should do this, but not really.
well, it started out so hot and heavy that everyone was kind of doing their thing, and then they realized, hey, these guys are doing some really good stuff that we can kind of be a part of, and then they can be a part of this, and that's how I mean, obviously how collaborations start, but
Sure.
that's it. Just kind of it has to start bleeding. We're a brand new industry, even now being 6-7 years
Yeah,
in.
for sure.
We're still so brand new
Absolutely.
and so young, and everyone's still learning. So
But we're maturing,
Oh,
and you
absolutely.
can
We're all
see
learning.
that with
We're all
that
learning, so.
sense of things.
yeah, we get better every year.
And
for sure.
I keep on saying it. It's really coming. I think 2025 is about quality.
For sure. For sure. I was talking to someone about that on the rosin side of it,
Yeah.
about really coming up with better quality.
Did you have less entries this year?
Some, yeah. It wasn't a tremendous amount less, but we had less entries. But the entries we had were higher quality.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so-
That's the point. And so, like, I think people are really understanding that is important,
It is.
especially right now in our maturity in our industry. That it really is going to be about that.
Yeah, yeah.
This year.
And,
And working together to make that happen. So.
well, I think early on, when you start something, everyone's kind of smelling their own Kool-Aid, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And they all
sure.
really think that it's really good and in their own right, coming from what we came from.
And
it's
a lot of them
probably
still
really
do.
good. Well, even then,
But
like if
yeah.
they're coming from where we came from, it might have been really good.
Right.
And then you really start seeing
Well, hell
through
yeah, it was.
competitions and stuff like this, you start seeing
Yes.
what other people are doing, and it starts really. Some people don't. You always got people who think their shit don't stink, but it really puts a humble attitude to it. Like, hey, how do we get that? How do we get better and get to where our product is more like that? Because we start learning really more. We start, when you start seeing other product and people are improving, you start learning. I can use an analogy of disc golf. I mean, I always thought I was pretty decent until I started seeing people who were pretty decent. Guess what I started doing? I started changing what I do
Yeah.
to get better.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, man, it's a good point.